Hello everyone and welcome to Left2Learn August 30th, 2014. Tonight I'm going to be having Fish co-cast Left2Learn with me here.
Good evening.
And Fish, I think I had you co-cast with me a Left2Learn previously?
Yep, you sure did. It was probably about 3 weeks ago or so.
3 or 4 weeks ago. Yeah, it was a while back, and you seem pretty decent at it too. So I'm definitely happy to have you here.
Well, it's always good to hear that I don't suck.
Alright, so tonight's map here is going to be Dark Carnival with, no added in mods, etc. So if you're looking at NF reworking Dark Carnival there, it looks like an interesting setup there. And so tonight we're going to be having the mentors playing here. I'm not sure who's going to be mentoring for the... Okay, yeah, we have settled out who the mentors are going to be. So, the Survivor team will be mentored and played with Daddy Ping and Kimiko, Raven, and Music of Zephyr. The mentor on the infected side here will be Flo, and consisting on his team is Juicy, Freakazoid, and Bled. So, Fish, what is your experience here with Dark Carnival?
With Dark Carnival on Pro Mod, actually, I mean quite a bit. I mean, if we're going to play Pro Mod, it's usually either Dark Carnival or maybe one of the other more popular maps. Actually, we kind of steer clear of like No Mercy. That's probably the most popular one, but probably Hard Rain and Dead Air. But Dark Carnival ranks up there all the way up till the finale. I think you would agree that the finale leaves a little something to be desired.
Yeah, the Dark Carnival finale is definitely not the best of the finales. I mean, the early tank is definitely interesting, but everything after that, it just feels really, really... I don't know, it just feels like there's something more that could have been in there. I personally don't like the Dark Carnival campaign, but it is a pretty interesting campaign. It gives a nice balance in between going, being in close quarters and being out in the open, etc. A lot of foliage there, occasionally.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, for the people that like to do the high pounces and death from above attacks, there's not that many opportunities to do that here in this campaign. I mean, few options, especially up on the roller coaster level. But in a pro mod, it's a whole different game, anyways. And usually, you don't do those death from above attacks. It's more or less about teamwork and concise and precise attacks. So it'll be interesting to see how they play it out there, especially since the mentors are playing.
Yes, the mentors will be playing here, and hopefully that the mentors do trying their best to try and still be mentors and not really caring. Occasionally, when mentors are playing, we prefer not to have mentors playing in Left2Learn. The reason being is that the mentors, and instead of mentoring, they usually carry. So they'll run forward there, take as many of the attacks as possible, because they're able to shut down the attacks because they understand the game, etc. They understand the mechanics, they know what to do, etc. And so it just kind of becomes like one person running up forward, shutting down the attacks, and then the rest of the players just trying to, tag along here. With Flo and Ping here, I think it will be an even matchup, and both of them don't usually like to leap forward, if I correctly. So we should see a nice even spread between.
That's good to know. Now, I've been noticing that some of these players' pings are a little high. What do you think about that?
Well, we're going to be playing on the East Coast here because we actually have a European here, Freakazoid. He's on the infected side here. And the last time he was playing, we were playing on a Chicago server. No one asked if he was European, so he had a really, really high ping. So we're kind of just trying to find an in-between here by playing on the East Coast and trying to get him a lower ping here while keeping in good range, etc.
I guess time will tell. We'll see how poor Freakazoid does with this ping.
Alrighty, so... Oh, there's the respectates there. Alright, so we're going to be having a tank at 43% and a witch at 71% here. Trying to remember my percentages here, so let's go ahead and go forward in the map here. So, forward in the map here, 43% tank. This tank will be played in the parking area here, and more than likely, survivors will be taking it all the way back to the bridge here, so I'm going to go ahead and zoom. Yeah, most of the survivors will be taking this tank on the bridge here. It is a rock tank. Cars can sometimes come into play here, but it's very risky. Sometimes tanks have trouble trying to get the cars up there, and just trying to get up there with that hill, just something so unlucky. You get it up there perfectly, and then it starts to slide off, and then you're committing, and you realize you have no car.
Well, here we go with the countdown, and we live now.
Alrighty. As Fish said, we are now live here. First attack consisting of a 2-2 here with Hunter and Jockey. Hunter's already spawned up behind the tree and staying in the bushes, not making any noise here. And the survivors are splitting 2 and 2 here. And now grouping up on either side. And the Boomer is now spawned up here. Great pop by Rochelle there.
Hunter coming in getting just a 9 damage pounce, which is great damage here. We got a Jockey pulling Nick all the way back just for a few ticks, but that is actually a pretty decent attack. Spitter chasing right now, trying to get himself killed so that he can sync up those spawn times.
So we saw that the Infected managed to actually get some damage in there with that 2-2, and the fact that their Boomer got popped, and the Survivors were in a really good setup there, but they were able to scrap that together and get in some chip, which is what they need for this tank here. This tank is actually really hard to play by the Infected side, so we will be going to an Infected war room to see how this is played here. Next attack consisting of looks like a 3-1 here with Charger and Boomer, and they're going to be saving it for the pitch.
That's right. I think since that Spitter was chasing and died last, that pretty much ensures the 3-1.
Alrighty, so Infected are taking the time. Survivors, minor bleeding going on to ping there, probably because they found an extra set of pills, early pills, which probably should be someone make a note of that and make sure to post it.
That there's Whispering Oaks.
Let's try respecting somebody having the spectate bug. Infected still not spawned up. Rochelle doing a good job of taking care of the common Infected. Great double boom coming out there. Charger coming in. Misses the charge. Here comes the Hunter. Lands. Jockey is missing. Jockey does get onto Nick here. We'll be taking Nick around the corner here, and is going to be getting several ticks of damage onto Nick here. Ellis trying his best to go up to that Jockey and clear him, and does get the clear.
What a great Jockey there. I'm just leaving Coach and Rochelle back there. Boomed and hoarded. And that distance there spawns in the tank.
Alrighty, so we'll be going to an Infected war room here for this tank, and we see a beautiful car coming in here, and it looks like it's in a pretty decent position here with this commit.
Ammo here.
Reloading.
No, not the alarm car. Leave that alarm car, but the other car you can get. Would you prefer a 3-cap or a Boomer and 2-cap? Oh, your car's actually in a perfect spot. If you want, you can push in with that, and you could try to make them rotate backwards, and the Boomer could boom from right there. Perfect. I'll try to smoke one forward into the car when they run back, so they'll...
Should I leave the car there or hit it up?
I think you should... Actually, yeah, try to go for a rock for the meantime.
Maybe
you should commit now. Nice rock.
Good rock.
Just try to get a good punch on it. Don't overshoot it. Ooh. One more. It's alright, it's alright. Just get it up there. Perfect.
Should we get a hit
if you get
so
that
we
boom
can...
now? Try to get that car used. Let's go Hunter. Let's go.
Nice, 2K. Nice.
There you go. It's all you, tank. Oh, we got cleared.
Yeah, somehow.
2 more up. But you have 4k health. You can try to get the kill with the car. You have plenty of health. Focus the down, guys.
Nice.
Ooh, nice. You got this. I got stuck on it.
Nice. Oh wow. Just doesn't want to die.
Nice.
Nice.
You guys did all the work.
Alright, and we are back, and we just saw a really great tank there by Juicy. He tried to get the car in that first time there, and it looks like he just, it bounced off the skybox. Some map limitations there, but the second hit, it just perfectly landed up there. He also landed a really good rock, wouldn't you say, Fish?
Oh, that was actually pretty comical. I couldn't help but snicker at that first one. I think it was almost like a Hail Mary rock, and Coach just kind of walked in there, mouth open, and just caught it right in the teeth.
Yeah, you got to be careful with those rocks there. A lot of people like to throw rocks from lower end and up to the bridge, and it gives you very little reaction time to be able to skeet that rock there. Just either stand farther back from the bridge there, or just be ready to skeet the rocks.
But there wasn't too much chatter on the infected war room, and it almost seemed as if nobody was really calling out a plan. The tank stood back for a while, lost almost 100% frustration on the first pass, and I was kind of expecting the infected to have a plan and talk and say when they're going in. But fortunately, it worked out for them, and I'm not sure if there's too much communication going on there or not.
Yeah, there wasn't that much communication. I think they were just trying to decide if they wanted to rock tank it, if they wanted to commit, or if they wanted to get a hit there. In the end, it looks like they were going to be going for a commit there. They couldn't do a rock tank simply because it would just been too risky, and they couldn't really get a hit while he was positioning the car because they would have had to the tank would have had to commit while they had like about 10 seconds to spawn.
Yeah, exactly. And Tank actually really did a great job bringing those cars in there. I did see a couple of skybox hits with that car and unfortunate bounces, but that last hit with that car was just so fortunate because there's very little that the survivors can do at that point. Here we are, we're countdown now, and now the survivors are a go at this point. And if you remember from last round, that first hit is a 2-2 with a boomer spitter and a jockey hunter, I believe.
So the jockey's going to be coming from the billboard here. He's trying to get on top of the billboard, but it looks like he's having some trouble there. It's actually very tricky to get up there, but once you get it down, it just becomes second nature. Easy to get up there. So he will be positioning since spawns are being blocked by Rochelle. Survivors are taking it very slow here. Boomer and Jockey are now spawned up. Boomer tries to go for a miracle boom, but it doesn't happen. Jockey's going in alone here, trying to grab Ellis, but it's just not going to happen. And here comes the Hunter onto Coach, and here comes a spit to try and land, but it's just too late here. Couple ticks, and that Spitter will go down with the rest of his team. Good sack times there.
Yeah, perfect sack times, and if you notice, that Spitter did die last again, so that does guarantee a 3-1 for the next hit. So we will see where they set up there for the overpass, or if they're going to try to save it for the tank. My guess is that they're going to go ahead and burn that attack.
And we have that second set of SI coming up here. We're going to have a 3-1 with Charger and Boomer here. Very similar attack. They could opt to attack right here, but they could also wait for them to trigger the tank, because the tank gets triggered right when they get past the, I want to say the bridge? Or is it the semi?
I think it was the second overpass that triggered that tank. The Hunter's already spawned in. He's doing a little ping pong action there in the back, while the rest are setting up here on top of that first overpass. They might be trying to drop down on.
Survivors taking their time here, clearing the common infected. A few of them running to them right now, and SI are still getting ready to reposition here onto the bridge. I think they're thinking about going here, but no, they're going to be waiting. They know that they have the tank coming up here. Hunter is still spawned up. I'm surprised nobody has seen him yet to try and chip him, but the Hunter is being very, very antsy, I would say.
Reloading.
Looks to me like they were going after those spare sets of pills, but they did not pick it up because I don't see any bleeders now on the survivor team. Maybe they're going to save those and see what it looks like after this attack, if they can bait this out.
Common infected sneaking up onto Ellis there. Now, the thing with this attack there, I don't think they're going to really want to come back. After this tank is dead, they're going to want to start running forward here. Simply because that if the tank is dead, more than likely an attack will be down. If they kill the tank fast enough, that is. The attack is down, they can easily take the alarm car, which is the second alarm car, which is why the tank only brought in one car. They don't want to set off the second. And Rochelle ghosting her way forward here. The SI now see this Boomer rocketing over, gets a single boom here. Here comes the charge. Gets stolen by the Hunter. Jockey coming in here late.
And here comes a Boomer from behind, trying to get a good proxy on one of these survivors. There was just a beautiful damage pounce. I don't know if you saw that, Ibex, but that was a 21-point DP dropping in on, I believe, Ellis.
Yeah, unfortunately, I did not see the DP, but I did see the Charger try and charge there. But it looked like his target got stolen by the Hunter, but That DP, though, might have made up for the damage that lost from that Hunter, or from that Charger. And Car is in a... That's actually not a good place with that Car. That's going to be very difficult to play with.
Yeah, Tank will probably have to either bounce it back out and try to lob it over, or get directly on top of that Car and punch down to get it to fly up.
And there goes a hit here for the tank to get this car into position here. And let's quickly go over to an Infected Warrior and see how they play out the rest of this tank here. Ooh, a good car hit.
They're pushing, I believe. No, not yet.
Nope. You're still on first pass, so they are pushing you now.
Hey, ammo here. Shooting. Reloading.
Oh, they're backing up. Okay. Oh wow, nice. Nice catch. Can you get that car in? Like up here? Try to flush them towards me. That's that boom sword I was talking about. Push it as soon as you can, brother.
Oh shit.
Get that car in. Go, go, go.
Well, I'm getting ready to lose it.
Just own that area. Just rock them from there if you can. However you want to do it.
Behind you.
Alright, we need to support him pretty quick. Get out if you can. Get out if you can.
We got a boomer. Reloading here. Look reloading.
Now they're gonna probably run you forward. You need to get to that car. So go underneath. Go underneath. See if you can sneak around to that car. You want to keep them off that bridge if possible. Push that car between them. Like separate Zoe and the rest of them.
You guys
Alright,
ready?
let's help him now. Help him now. Where's your car? Oh. Do you think you could hit that car way up there and get separate them now? Yeah. Nice. Oh, yes, that'll work. All right, get up there quick. Just try to. Lined you up.
Oh shit.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
So close to.
I don't know.
Alright, and we are back here. The Infected seem to be very disorganized during that tank, but towards the end there, they turned it around, and we can see the survivors' health that they're definitely feeling all that damage from that tank, and they will be downing each other here for some additional health using the pills.
I owe you one.
My goodness, what an attack. There were several times there where I just kind of busted out laughing. Tank got amazingly lucky with that card hit, which was a great card hit. I don't know why the tank took so long to bring that up there. It seems like he got it right in position and then kind of walked away from it. He did get in there and cornered almost 3 of them there by the bus, but then they just kind of staggered and scattered in different directions so that he couldn't really keep that up so much. But yeah, you're right. The SI support was a little bit lacking. Here we have a boom on Rochelle, and we do have an aim cap over here by Ellis. Coach is looking for the clear of the common off of Rochelle.
Oh, there goes the pause.
We have a pause. The boomer midair over the alarm car, trying to get that proxy alarm set off.
Well, you see here that the boomer, like you said, he's trying to get that proxy out. The survivors, if they know what the infected are going for, they should not set off that proxy here. And Raven just crashed here. So we're going to be seeing Raven rejoining here momentarily. And at the same time, yes, I mean, with that tank, he was really, really hesitant, but he's probably waiting for the kind of the green light on whether to hit the car or not. Oh, but somebody shoots the boomer.
They still shot that. I think it might have been Ellis there, just going for a kill, and yeah, of course, it proxy set off that alarm. That is going to cause some chaos here for these survivors, but they are doing a mad dash now. They're all bleeding out, so there is 0 health bonus left for this team. So they are trying to get as much distance as they can.
I think to note with that horde that they just set off, if that horde catches up to them, that will get them 1 additional attack this this round here. So they need to keep moving forward here. But it looks like they will be taking this horde, and then there's a 1 additional attack that the SI can get if they attack right now.
Reloading. Look out now.
Next attack consisting of a 2-2 here with Smoker and Jockey. Perfect hit to sack. If not, just get rid of something here for the future attack here. But it looks like they're being very hesitant, and they're going to be keeping this 2-2 for the drop here, which is really a bad idea. But it looks like the spitter is up. That could be a sack, and that is a sack.
Yeah,
no one is coming in.
That is a clear sack. Yeah, they are probably hoping for something else. Looks like they're probably going to be pushing for that charger.
Survivors are now making their way forward here. All 4 of them bleeding, so camping out that event there is definitely going to hurt them. It looks like they're all going in right now here without their 4th spawn. Jockey gets shut down. Boomer gets popped here without landing anything, leaving just the Smoker here with this 71% witch.
We do have the Smoker down here setting up on the witch.
Oh wow, and somebody gets downed upstairs.
In a
That's a righteous ride down there.
Ellis does take the spawn from that Smoker there.
Witch is getting aggroed. She just needs a scratch here, and Smoker does the Smoker get to pull us close enough? That is a no. We do have a 2-boom proxy, though. Spitter chasing up on the Witch, trying to sit on there and entice them to shoot. Meanwhile, Smoker is recharging while they handle all this common horde.
And Juicy does get the kill onto Kimiko there, the Spitter that was camping the Witch there. Just a really good snipe. Really risky, but a good snipe there. And Smoker there just sitting there with, what is that, 250 health. He could risk going onto that Witch again to try and provoke her. And it looks like it was too late there. And here comes a snipe. Oh, and somebody just set her off. Here comes a draw crown by Nick here, but he shoots too low.
Oh, and this could be it unless those in-cap survivors have managed to shoot off this Smoker, but it looks like this is going to be the end.
A great combination of attacks there at the end there. Just, I think the survivors really just went all over the place, and losing Rochelle all the way at the top there to a Silent Hunter going in for scratches definitely hurt them as they dropped down for this attack.
Oh, absolutely. And I didn't even see that attack happen. I was actually focusing on the Smoker setting up at the Witch down at the bottom of that ravine. Now, what do you feel about Flo going for that draw? It was kind of an unnecessary draw. I think at that point they were so low on health that he was just looking for the extra points. Maybe? Or what do you think?
I definitely agree with that. I don't think they were going to be able to make it an additional 50 points further, so going for that draw crown would have gotten them 50 points, which is a lot more than the distance that they probably would have got, because the next attack would have been on the mountain, and more than likely they would have had a charger for that. The charger could have just ran down there and punched them all down. So I definitely agree with Flo going for it. However, he did miss the crown, so that definitely hurt him.
And ironically, he's one of the ones with the best ping here. So just waiting for 3 more people here to ready up, and we will get map 2 started. And looks like we do have, let's see, did team switch here? Yes, teams are switching here. So survivors that played last on the first map are playing first on this one. They did eke out a little bit of a lead.
Yeah, I mean, it's just not that much of a lead here, and we do have an early tank here, and this will be played, so let's go ahead and run on forward here while we wait here. But, yeah, it's like less than 250 or so?
Yeah, and, I mean, a score like that can easily be made up very easily. Now, let's see, what about differences in this map versus vanilla? And the only thing that really comes to mind is the ladder choke up on as you're going up to the slide.
I believe the ladder choke is the only thing that has changed here on Pro Mod. I could be wrong. It looks like the change has actually been reverted here, because I don't see the change here.
And obviously, the safe room spawn, you can now spawn on top of the roof of the safe room, whereas in vanilla, I do not think you can get up there.
Yeah, you cannot get up there.
And here we are, readied up, and we are live. We do have a, looks to be like a 3-1 with Charger, Smoker, Jockey, and a Boomer. And it looks like they're all staging up on top of that safe room. We're going to see how these survivors play this. They, right now, it looks like they're just kind of waiting to ghost out, maybe?
Oh, and the Boomer loses his spawn here. He won't be able to go in. Charger ends up stumbling the Jockey off of here. Good Jockey, but looks like the rest of the SI just weren't able to get in there and support.
Well, that's a problem. If they rush out of that safe room like that, just like Coach did, he can really block all those roof spawns. And unless the SI is just hammering on that spawn button, they are not going to get in.
So the next attack here is probably going to consist of a 2-2 here. And we have a Hunter up along with the Boomer and Smoker, and Raven will be getting a Charger. So it looks like they got lucky. They got a 3-1 here with Charger and Boomer. Hunter is now pre-spawned here. No one's shipping that Hunter. No one sees that Hunter yet. A couple common running into Rochelle here are going to be getting cleared. And looks like the survivors are going to be running back here. Looks like they're shopping for pills or melee
Yeah, looks like they're shopping a little bit. Probably, most likely, looking for some melee. The Hunter is making himself known a little bit now. Smoker is down on the ground behind the tents, probably looking for a follow-up pull. And whereabouts did that Charger go? Also among those tents.
The Charger's in the refreshment stand just with the survivors. The survivors know that the infected aren't going to get hit here, simply because the fact of that just I don't know, just they know the tank's going to be up here. They don't want to give up this choke also.
Well, with that boom dying, as long as the other SI does not go in, they will be getting a spitter here, which might work out in the SI's favor here as the survivors try to run back through this barn. Hunter now, again, making some noise, but just kind of hanging out up there. I wonder if that Hunter is going to move in. It looks like he is moving in, taking just a tiny bit of chip. Survivors playing it very slow, very careful. Looks like they're trying to bait out as much of this attack as they can before they trigger off this tank.
Infected are going to be saving their entire attack here. It looks like they do have a charged spit here. Spitter is spawned up. Is that a bait or is this a sack?
I can only imagine that that would be a sacrifice. I'm not sure why that spitter would spawn in like that, and just kind of did a random spit there.
Maybe to try and get the survivors to bleed, but they aren't bleeding, though.
Yeah, I'm a little stumped by that one, but that was enough distance there by the SI to spawn in that tank.
Beautiful.
Beautiful charge coming in from behind, followed up by a wonderful spit. That is a lot of damage right there. Hunter rolling in, but is instantly cleared while the tank is rolling in here.
And we're going to be going to an infected war room. That was just a beautiful hit, definitely what the infected needed, so we're going to be switching over here. It's an accidental rock kind of goes out.
Hey, some guns here.
Silence Uzi, nice. So, LOS?
Yeah, if we get boomed, we have to go to access to safe room. But if I say push them, we have to push them and like surround them. If we see a good opening, I'll tell you. I'm gonna block it.
Two more behind.
It's 3 boom. Go back safe room.
Smoker behind. Got me.
He's committing.
Keep running, Juice.
Reloading here.
Alright, and we are back here. We just saw another accidental rock coming out there from the tank. Got I think I want to say 4 melee attacks for 1 rock.
I was counting them. Yep, absolutely. It was 4. I was counting that specifically. Another thing I noticed that tank did, now it may have been an accident, maybe he didn't hear it, but when you're playing as a tank, you really got to listen for when the survivor announces that they're down and they're in cap, because you will stand there and you will waste precious seconds while you try to punch an in-cap person and they're already down. In fact, you're just waiting for the animation of the survivor to drop to the ground. Hasn't drawn in yet. So it's important not to waste that time, and unfortunately the tank did do that, so he took a lot of chip there.
We'll be going back to that momentarily here in the next attack, consisting with 3-1 coming in. Charger is leading in here, does get focused and does go down. Great double cap comes in here, but looks like the jockey and the smokers will be dying last here, so they might not get it for this next attack here, which is very crucial with this ladder hit here. Ideally, you do not want to lead in with the charger just because it's going to be focused. It's very slow, it's very big. That 600 health is really not going to help when 4 survivors are focusing that charger. And back to that point there, one thing to note is it's actually good to pay attention to the colors of the survivors there. If you get very familiar with the colors of the survivors, like if you have custom glows, etc., you have the default glows, it doesn't matter, just get familiar with the survivors' health based off of their colors, etc. Great single boom here. It looks like they're going to be sacking the hunter and the boomer, coming in for scratches, misses the scratch, and will be going down here. So, to give you an idea here, a yellow health survivor will go down in 2 hits, a red health survivor will go down in 1 hit, and a green health survivor can take 3 or more. So, if you punch a red survivor, you can usually expect him to go down in 1 hit. So as soon as you hit him, you can go switch targets.
Reloading.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, furthermore, if you do play with captions on, or if you just listen. Oh, what a beautiful charge there. We do have an in cap on Coach. We do have a smoker trying to grab hold of Ellis, but he was cleared, fortunately. And it looks like a skeet on that hunter right there. So as all survivors are bleeding through their eyeballs, they are going to make an effort to get up this ladder as soon as possible. We do have one SI waiting to grab that first one, and he opts not to. He's going to jump over there, which is probably fine. Wait for the rest of his team, but we do have 0 health bonus left as the rest of the SI are in ghost form right now, waiting to spawn in.
The next attack consisting of a 3-1 here with Charger and Spitter. This is the perfect hit here for this choke point. And here comes the Spit, separating the survivors. Here comes the Charge, a bit of a free charge, and does get leveled here. And Jockey does get the Jockey into Spit, and that will be 2 people down. And looks like we're going to be seeing Freakazoid is going to be black and white here.
Let's get you back on your feet.
And I think that's probably the only one that's going to be black and white now. And they are fresh out of pills, and unless there's anything more that's hiding in the ammo room up ahead, we will... This will be a very interesting and potentially short-run carousel event.
This is suggesting the fact that if they get through this choke here, it looks like the next attack consisting of a 2-1 with Charger and Smoker. Charger can go for punches. We can also see a stumble Spit, but looks like the Boomer is down here with Horde coming in. Great charge, separation Spit, but nothing is going to be hitting the other survivors here. A pool comes out here, but it misses. 1 scratch and a shutdown by Rochelle there.
Wow, what a charge. I was completely expecting that then and just go in punches, but wow, what a charge. Great separation, especially with that Spitter to follow. That was truly remarkable. Jockey there going for a quick jump on Coach, and I think he got shut down maybe by Godframes, but now the SI are jumping over, getting ready for the carousel event, and the Witch is up and active there right at the end of the carousel, so she is unavoidable. They are going to have to handle this Witch.
Oh wow, that Witch. Could it be any more unavoidable? And here comes a Smoker to take advantage of that. Draw count by Coach. Great crown by Flo there. And Hunter is spawned up. Tried to go in, but looks like he's hesitated and going to go back out. Rocket Boom, Triple Boom, stumbles the Hunter. Hunter will be shoved. Hunter will be killed by melee weapons. Here comes a delay Spit, and it will be taking Ellis down here.
And Spitter coming in for extra scratches now that she got the in-cap. And we do have Ellis, which is played by Bled. He is in-capped right now with a few zombies on him. Nick is trying to fervently off and probably waiting on some support, but the rest of the SI team, or the rest of the Survivor team, are going for some points, which is probably a wise move considering Nick only had like 1 hit point left. Jockey goes in there for that last scratch on Nick, and so he is laying down there next to Blit. They are holding hands and telling stories together. Wood Charger goes in there for one last punch on Black and White Rochelle, and she is out of the game right now. And we have Flo in the safe room with 1.
Now he won't be getting any bonus here, so this is just really just to, I don't know, just playing around here. There's no real reason to stay in the safe room there. Just go out there and kind of rush it, rush the down, etc. Because you're not going to get any bonus.
Once you make it all the way to the end, you have reached the maximum amount of points that you yourself can achieve for your team. So just like Ibex said at that point, you can go and have some fun and try to rescue the rest of your team. Or
this is implying, though, if you have no bonus. And he had done.
Very true.
Yes, I got all their albums, even their new stuff that ain't no good. Best light show in the business.
So same safe room setup that the other team had. Let's see. Looks like we have Charger. It looks like he's going to be trying to get up on top of that safe room as well. And Jockey's hiding out and down and below.
Yeah, ideally you're going to have all the SI going to be coming from the rooftop here. Looks like Jockey is still idle at the moment. The only time you'll see a difference in spawn is you'll either have the boomer coming from the trash bins from behind the hedges, or have a smoker coming from the poles up ahead, and a great drop down boom. Here comes the Charger, great cover. This is a double cap. Jockey's unable to get a spawn here. Readied up before he was ready. He will be coming in here, and he will be grabbing someone alone inside Rochelle, trying to get in, but common block. And Jockey does go down, but not after a couple ticks of damage going out here.
I did not expect that from that Jockey. I did see the Jockey was still in that safe room just as they readied up and would not have time, obviously, to get up on the roof. But I would not have expected them to be able to deliver some damage after that. So that was good.
Alrighty, so they're going to be making their way to the second attack here. You got some chip on them, etc. They're going to be coming across the Silent Susie on the table here. 2 Silent Susie, so that's going to be a lot of damage on this tank here if all 3 survivors get these Silent Susies here. Hunter just fooling around, they're just pouncing around inside. Next attack consisting of a 3-1 with Charger and Boomer. They could opt to get an attack here and another attack on the comeback here. So they probably should get an attack right now early before the SI had no common to kind of cover them here. Looks like they will be saving the entire thing.
Boomer looking for that rocket boom as these survivors go into the barn. And it looks like the Alice has a melee, although Rochelle just picked up a melee herself. She found a guitar. Boomer coming in there, unfortunately, does not have the range that needed through that fence. So survivors were able to clear him, and the rest of the SI are saving their attacks, probably for the tank spawn. So that means with the Boomer out, they will get another 3-1 with a spitter.
Common are holding up the survivors here. Survivors make sure to clear as many of the common as possible, but they need to start running forward and triggering this tank, otherwise they will have another SI to deal with. And it looks like Freakazoid is up here, so they have the perfect hit for this run back, a 3-1 with Charger and Spitter.
Do have a Smoker and Spitter chasing right now. Smoker unable to grab that target, and he's going for it once more time, and Spitter does land it and forces Coach to walk a little bit through the spit. The charge does not make it all the way to the spit, but does get that initial charge damage.
Rochelle made the fatal mistake there of leaving her teammate. She turned away from that smoker and left Coach to be alone. That probably netted maybe 2 or 3 extra ticks of damage there. So you can't just leave your teammates alone like that. They're going to get pulled. The smoker is looking for that separation. Nonetheless, though, let's quickly go over that Survivor War Room here.
I really don't have sights on him.
No, you're fine. LOS time. It's LOS time. Nice pop.
I mean, you're giving him side, I believe.
Push out, push out, push out. Here he comes. Push the tank, push the tank.
Oh shit.
Don't get too separated. All right, let's push forward.
Reloading.
Let's go. Grab ammo on your way.
Weapons over here.
Pretty much a dead tank.
Everything I can.
We'll take the last hit inside here.
I feel him.
Yeah, I'll take the shotgun. I hear one of those little things.
Weapons here.
Reloading.
He probably has about 2,000 health, so we're gonna have to all concentrate on him. Here it comes. All right, back.
Jack.
Alright, and we're back here. So we just saw Freakazoid being as the tank here, although with all that ping that he has, he wasn't able to reach any of the survivors with long arms. The survivors did a great job of kiting, great job of pushing. The infected tried their best to try and double cap in the back there, which is definitely what the survivors, the infected needed, but the survivors just did a great job shutting down there. Just that skeeted hunter definitely put a, you know, just, well, what's the word I'm looking for? A kink in their plans?
that works. Yeah, no, I couldn't agree more. We did just get it there, and so they have a little bit of a horde to deal with, and it looks like the spitter went kind of for a random shot there. Probably going to just go ahead and recharge for that ladder. They're going to save that so that they stick with a 3-1 for the next hit for the top of the ladder. But yeah, I agree with the survivors. Actually did a phenomenal job handling that tank. I think they all grabbed Uzis, and they just pulled back at the right time. They pushed forward at the right time. They went in with melees at the right time. They really handled that tank well. And poor Freakazoid with that ping, he just couldn't land the rocks, couldn't land the punches.
And it looks like the infected here have a perfect setup for this ladder hit. 3-1 with Charger and Spitter. This could be incredibly devastating to the survivors' remaining health bonus here. And it looks like Raven, the person with the most health bonus here, is looks like he's opting to go up first.
Yeah, not so sure about that move. Well, here comes Coach Kimiko with the least health bonus going up first, taking the hit. Beautiful charge and over the ledge, and we do have an in-cap there with the spit. What a fantastic attack of the rest of the survivors. Rochelle and Alice are running up. Rochelle catches a jockey on the face, and now she's going over to clear out the charger, but the smoker is in wait. What a devastating hit. So we do have one of the survivors dropping down into the alley, going ahead to run all the way back for the pickup by himself. And here comes the rest of the team, just a little bit behind. So this smoker, if he grabs Ellis, he might be able to get a few ticks of damage before the rest of the team shows up.
It would probably be best if the smoker respawned here. The reason being is just if the Ellis was coming alone, that would have been a great pull. The survivors would have had to commit one more person to drop down, and then they could have capped the one person up top there. If all of them came down like what they did here, the survivors don't have to worry about that attack there. But it looks like just how would I put it? Just I don't know. They're gonna have to deal with an additional attack nonetheless. Just having that smoker still up, they're gonna have to deal with an additional attack nonetheless.
Yeah, I agree. So it looks like 3 of the SI went ahead and attacked and got burned out here real quick, but the smoker did save his attack. He's back up top of the ladder, and let's see if he's going to try to hinder that climb anymore. He goes ahead and he grabs Ellis. Charger comes in for a couple punches here on Coach.
Oh, but he takes pills just as soon as he comes up and does not go down.
Well, that was unbelievable.
Reload.
So I was making their way down the slide here, sitting at 140 health bonus here. Very little health bonus, but every bonus, every little bonus helps here.
Especially with the event and that witch, unavoidable witch coming up here. Looks like they are setting up for a ammo room hit. So we do have all of the SI hiding behind the corner here, including the Boomer, who is rushing in. And here comes the spawn. Boomer going in for that proxy. Does get a scratch off on Nick for the Yang Captain, so we do have a 2-boom there, and the rest of the SI is down. But that was a very good ammo hit, or ammo room hit.
And the survivors trying their best to get everyone up here in a timely manner here. Looks like only one person is going to be picking up instead of two. Ellis doing a great job of keeping the common infected out here with his axe. Some friendly fire going out there, I believe. And a couple common infected getting some hits here. Next attack is up here, consisting of a 3-1 with Charger and Spitter. Another ideal attack, but it looks like they just wasted the spit here, but they will be saving the rest of the SI. Spitter at 8 health, he could get picked off here before he despawns. Smoker taking some chip too.
Yeah, I don't think that Spitter meant to do that. I think he was trying to hit the handlebar or the railing there to have the spit drop right there as the survivors are trying to jump over. Hopefully getting the end cap just as they were preparing to jump down. That would have been a kill, so since they missed, I think they all went for respawns. We do have a SI setting up here on the Witch. They did trigger the Witch going for the draw, and they did miss the draw, and now Rochelle is in spit. We do have Nick dying because he was black and white as he stands in there. Smoker grabs the last one, and that is game.
You know, sometimes I wish I could be like a radio host here and have just have little soundboards ready to go here, because I think right there that would have deserved a nice Mortal Kombat double kill. Just like in a Mortal Kombat voice, double kill.
Double kill.
Alrighty, so we're going to be going into map 3 of Dark Carnival here. The score is still really close here, but this, depending on the tank, and it's an 11% tank, so this is anyone's map here. Mind you, most people do not make it through the roller coaster. The roller coaster hit is just incredibly, just incredibly damaging. You have to play it, you just have to play it really, really well. Not to mention that once you even make it past the first roller coaster hit, you have to deal with the second roller coaster hit, then the third roller coaster hit. All the roller coaster hits just plain suck.
And to make it just a little bit more fun, it looks like they've thrown a witch into the mix.
Oh yes, a 63% witch. I'm not sure, I don't think that's close enough to the roller coaster, so I don't think it'll get killed, so they might have to deal with it. I could be wrong now, I'm not familiar with the percentages.
Which always blows my mind. Why do they even put that spawn in there, where the witch can spawn right at the, right on the coaster itself, and then it just gets plowed over if they just start the event?
I mean, I'm not sure why they don't just remove it. I think Valve just didn't really think it through. They're just, throw in the witch percentages, don't block this, because some things are blocked, etc. Like, you can't have a witch and a tank within the same distance. There's a C-bar to prevent that, and that's why, like on Parish Map 1, you usually don't deal with more than either a tank or a witch unless you have a plugin that specifically spawns a witch once the tank dies.
Well, here we go. We are live now, and it does look like we have a 3-1. If I'm correct.
Yep.
Boomer going in and manages to find one target.
So this is a sack here. The survivors should know this, and they should be trying to run forward here with some of the unboomed survivors. But it looks like they are going to be hesitating. They are going to take their time here. The next attack, Woken's... Oh, but the smoker is up. The smoker's going for a pull before anything's up.
Reload.
I think maybe the survivors were anticipating a safe room charge forward, maybe. But here comes the tank.
And you see a curve rock coming in here. So, I'm not sure. Which war room do you think we should go to? Survivor or Infected?
Let's go for an Infected one.
Alright, let's go to Infected.
Alright, you want to commit whenever. So...
Just
so they're holding outside the safe?
Yeah, they're outside at the heart.
You might be able to, Music, you might be able to spawn behind them and charge them forward. If you could, that would be amazing.
Alright.
It's hard to do, I've done it before. You have to kind of hide behind that little pillar.
I'm going in.
Alright. Go in, charge, go in, go in. Go in now, everyone in now. Try to spread out the glory.
Alrighty, and we are back here. So we just saw a tank by the hands of Raven.
Yep, that was a Raven tank. He had some great curves there at the start, right at the end of that tunnel, but unfortunately he wasn't able to find his mark with them. They were curving in there. He was avoiding a lot of chip and doing that, but unfortunately he was not able to get any damage that way. So he did end up rolling in there, right before the rest of his SI buddies were going to go in for support, and he did manage to corner a few of those survivors and get some great punches in there. But it's hard against in that safe room when everybody takes a corner, they can chip you down real fast. Hunter goes in there, is instantly cleared. Charger does find Ellis there in the corner. We do have a single boom. Smoker going for the tail pull here, and it was instantly cleared. Now survivors just have a horde here to be pushing forward.
Another thing to note is that when they're getting boomed here, it looks like they're camping. They really should not be camping. You don't want to be camping. Maybe in campaign you should, but in versus here, you want to be constantly rushing forward. Unless, I mean, say if one person is boomed, you keep one person with them to try and clear the common, and 2 people run forward and clear the nap path here. And Hunter is spawned up making noise. Hunter will be trying to go for the separated survivor. He does get onto Ellis here, and the survivors aren't able to clear him fast enough before he goes into the red health here. Great single boom coming in here. Great spit. Free charge, managed to grab Rochelle by accident here, and that will be a large amount of bonus going down.
What an amazing attack that was by that boomer and spitter, and even the spitter with a random spit there right at the garage door. And Coach must have not had his eyeballs open there on the back of his head, because he inadvertently backed right into it. So that really worked out quite well for the spitter there. Poor Coach got the blunt end of that one.
And we're going to see the next attack consisting of a 3-1? Yeah, 3-1 here with no charger and a spitter. And looks like Jockey is going in here. Coach doing a great job holding off all the infected here, but they all just decide to gang up, and eventually they do grab him here.
Coach was out front there by himself, and I know what that Jockey was thinking. He thought he could get some damage there from the separated survivor. And when he missed the Jockey pounce, the Hunter thought he could go in there, and then the Smoker thought he could also participate. So, unfortunately, with all of them cleared out, survivors do have a free pass here, dropping down that hole. So here they are, moving through the rest of the tunnel here, trying to get outside, clearing a lot of common infected that are here. Boomer setting up behind them.
Another thing to note is just with that hit there, Freakazoid did a great job going forward. He is not health bonus. He managed to take all 3 of the SI, so the rest of his team didn't have to take any damage. A great pounce coming in here. Great spit coordination. A lot of damage onto Juicy there, which was a bonus here. And Spitter will be saving her Spitter here. Probably going to be running forward. No, she's going to be coming forward here. Does die in front and does take a survivor down with her.
Yeah, speaking of health bonus, they just lost a lot of it there. That they had 3 survivors that were probably close to 40-50% health bonus each, and now it is almost all gone, just down to Juicy with a smidgen left and bled at about 30%.
Jockey is pre-spawn here, maybe trying to hold off the survivors I don't know, rush, but looks like he will be going in here. You see one person down, one person capped by a Smoker, not getting cleared fast enough. Does get shoved cleared there, but not before taking a couple ticks of damage here. Charger coming in for round 2, 1 punch, and gets down by a Tonfa. And Smoker going in there, going to be dying last here, so they're going to have to do some sacking to try and get the Smoker up for the next hit.
And they might have that time, though, with Juicy being down, they're going to have to pick her up and clear out some common infected as a result of that tri-boon there. Going in to the ammo room here, looks like they are finding some drugs. So there is some extra sets of pills here on this map.
Survivors trying to make their way forward here. 3 of them bleeding with Bled, Rochelle being slow here. Here comes the Spitter and Boomer and Hunter's sack coming out here. Here they come. Hunter lands a beautiful 16 DP with spit damage. And she does get down at the top of the fence here. That is all of their health bonus here. The only health bonus left are just what's left of their temp health and the pills here.
What an amazing attack that was. Just the coordination there between the boomer going in and the hunter just in midair as that boom landed. Those survivors really had no chance there to defend against the DP as it dropped on there. And Jockey looks like he's going for a respawn there so he can get up on top of that coaster and hopefully send one of these survivors hanging. Charger is set up there on top as well.
I definitely agree with that respawn here, but it looks like this infected just lost their spawns here. They hesitated, but here comes a charge, a double charge, one in spin. Oh, but Jockey got frames though.
That could have been just an amazing charge there with that spit damage, and again with the smoker pull there. But yeah, the God frames really saved Nick.
Oh, and also we saw the witch run over by the coaster.
That's pretty crappy. I mean, there's really no way. I mean, would they even have been able to do a draw? Could they even have shot the witch prior to setting off the event?
Maybe. I didn't get to see where it was, but the witch basically it spawns based on distance. Once you reach a certain distance, it spawns the witch, so they might not have been able to be far enough to draw that witch. Anyways, next attack coming up here. Jockey and Charger slowly climbing up there. No speed climbing going in there. Kind of looked a little funny, though, with their animations. And we got a miracle spit coming up here. And it lands and separates Nick!
That was a fantastic artillery-based spit. That was practically straight up. Nick is
like, what the hell? Nick's just looking at the spit and then turns away. I was like, well, I guess I'm stuck here for the next 3 seconds.
Survivors are slowing down. It looks like Nick and Rochelle are going to be hopping along. Rochelle does go down there. Boomer is trying to find his way over there to get onto, I think, Rochelle there, as he already did a single boom there on Nick. The two slow pokes of the team, we have the other two survivors running down there, getting very close to setting off, or turning off the alarm. Boomer is chasing, trying to do some scratch. It does get the proxy on Coach. And we do have a Jockey chasing the last survivor. It looks like that one is dead. Juicy is gone.
Leaving just Coach and Ellis here in the mix. And Jockey is looking for that pounce. He's looking at Ellis, and he's going to get Ellis here. He's not paying attention. And Coach here is reloading here, but he does manage to get the clear here before Ellis does go down. And these two will be making it into the safe room with about, I want to say, maybe 6 bonus after Rochelle dies.
Charger coming in for the last minute punches and a charge, and he just misses it. Ellis was able to jump over the head of that Charger and miss that damage there. And poor Bled is left for dead.
Reloading.
Well, I guess he's not bled anymore. I guess he's bleeding. Ah ha ha!
I see what you did there. All right, apologize for that. Now, these survivors, since they have reached the end and there is no health bonus, they could just have a little bit of fun and go out there and see if they could make it all the way back to Bled, and they would not be sacrificing any more points on their score. But Bled didn't really stand much of a chance.
Oh, and I was right. They made it with 6 bonus.
Oh, 6 bonus. Who had the bonus?
The temp health. The temp health still counts as bonus, but it counts nowhere near as much as permanent health.
Oh, okay. Is that something new, or has it always been that way?
Oh, it's always been like that.
Well, color me stupid.
Yeah, it's usually if you're alone in a safe room and you have less than, I want to say, 3 temp health, you count as 0 bonus.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Alrighty here. So the previous team did a great job making it through all the way to the safe room here. So the survivor team now is definitely gonna have to work for that comeback there. They're gonna have to make it with bonus. At the very least, they need to at least make it, and just to keep the scores pretty close here. Nonetheless, though, we will be playing finale here, so there is a potential comeback on the next map here, or to just close the gap in the score, and just come back on the finale.
It'll be interesting to see how they handle this safe room head, as opposed to the other team kind of camping it out and sending one survivor forward to spawn the tank. In your opinion and in your experience, Ibex, where is the best place to handle this tank? Right here in the hallway up on the rails and doing some chip, or would you just pull straight back into the safe room, or would you push out?
Just do it exactly like the previous team did, pretty much. That was perfect. Just have 3 survivors up top and 1 back at the safe room to block spots.
Yep, I would tend to agree. At least that's the way I've seen it work out the best at least, based on this tank spawn here. And we'll see if this team handles that as well. Let's see if the Boomer goes in for the sack as well. Looks like they're setting up here. Hunter going in for a, this has got to be a sack. He's just kind of ping-ponging around, and he gets absolutely nowhere.
Probably because we're going to be seeing a flow tank here. Here comes the Boom. Does get a single. Smoker trying to get in position for this pull here. Tries to get Rochelle, but it just does not happen. It cuts short. Now, another place to play this tank is if you run forward and take it out in the open area here. But it's very risky because you'd have to go out there and clear the common before their next attack, and the tank is up. Which they could do right now.
They could do right now. That's what I was wondering about. You know, it was going to be a little bit interesting to see how they handle the SI. That's the first attack, and see if they run all the way back, or if they push out there to clear out the common. And I agree. I think if you can get out and clear the common, it can be very easily handled out here. Lots of different obstacles that you can hide behind that the tank has a hard time getting over, and very minimal SI spawns. I mean, you can. Pretty easily to block.
Alrighty, so let's quickly go over to that infected war room here.
Oh, when you get when you actually die, spam M1, M2 so you can get a quick spawn. I'm gonna go in as soon as I'm gonna go in now. Just wait for my 3k health to go in.
Reloading.
Right now.
Get the smoke forward, get the smoke forward, go, go, go.
Alright.
Nice. Get the boom. From inside the room. You gotta go now. Come on. No, the small room.
I could try to charge maybe, I don't know.
Save it, I'm gonna run this tank as far away as I can.
Okay, so we attack with the AI tank.
Coming in right now.
No, save it.
Okay, yeah, he's dead. He's dead anyways. And he's stuck.
No, he's just sitting there.
Once they
Alright, and we are back here. So we just saw the survivors just expertly handle that tank in the safe room there. The support came in a bit late. I think the tank was about 2.5 by the time the support came in. I believe in the war room, the tank said, wait for me to get to 3k. Now, the thing is, with a room like that, where the spawns have to be pretty far out there, you probably want to come in slightly earlier.
Yeah, I would tend to agree that tank was already down to 73% health when he ran into that safe room. We do have a great charge there, and it looks like that SI attack was shut down pretty quickly there. But yeah, survivors did a fantastic job taking care of that tank. You know, some of the SI that was hitting those survivors, I think, kind of stepped on each other's toes a little bit. I think we did have maybe the tank kill one of the hunters, and the charger, I think maybe knocked Hulk off. We do have a boomer went in just ahead, and it looks like the rest of the SI are going to save and hit together.
They're probably sacking for this next hit up ahead here, the either the room hit or the drop hit, both of which are incredibly devastating if done right here. They should have a charger, and yeah, they do have a charger with the spitter. Probably trying to go for that smoker or jockey here. Preferably a smoker. You could probably do the drop hit. You have one bleeder, 3 sets of pills here. Survivors are doing, you know, they're in a good position, I would say. Looks like they're going to be going for the room hit here. Smoker going to be breaking down that door there. Probably not a good idea. You can get shipped from that door if you stand in that doorway and somebody shoots through the wall.
Both Smoker and Hunter making themselves known. We do going in on Coach there. We did get a pounce and a
stumble and spit.
Oh, stumble and spit. So Coach is now down. Charger going in for a couple punches on Nick, but he does get shot down. So now with all of the SI down, they're going to quickly pick up Coach and they're going to drop down back into the tunnel.
There's one extra set of pills here. Ellis pointing out those pills by jumping here, and they're going to be making their way forward. Survivors need to be rushing forward here. They don't want to have to deal with 2 attacks in this tunnel here. And Common all over the place. Rochelle going to town with that Tonfa. Boomer is spawned up. Boomer does vomit down the hole. Does get 2 people boomed here. Jockey coming in here. Smoker going to be coming in here momentarily. Great Jockey separated from the rest of his team. All the horde just all over the place here. Double cap here. And here comes the Hunter from behind. Nobody's going to see this Hunter in time. And that will be a pounce there.
Oh, what a fantastic boom jock that was. Just the separation and the just added in with all the common.
Another
just a devastating hit. And now the boomer comes in with another double boom. This boomer is just going to town. And he ninja booms, escapes, and is going for that respawn.
Now, thing to note, though, is if you boom somebody right after they've been boomed on, or just if you summon a vomit horde right after a vomit horde, in very quick succession, you don't get another vomit horde. As you see here, those 2 survivors got reboomed, but there was no additional common effector that came in. Great triple boom.
That was just a fantastic rocket boom there, and the Smoker does hang up Nick for a little bit, and becomes a little bit of a pinata. Charger going in there for a bunch of punches, probably lands about 3 or 4 of them before he just getting dispatched. Nick does get in cap though, so what a fantastic attack here prior to the event.
The survivors are doing a great job of keeping all their bonus here, and then the infected were like, you know what, at this class 8 hit, or the room hit here, we're going to take as much of that bonus as possible. They took down Coach's bonus, followed by the rest of their bonus there towards the beginning of the tunnel, and then once they leave, they finish off what's left of their bonus here.
With a single boom here on Coach. We did see the Hunter going in for a little bit of a DP, and I think he just missed, but he was able to deliver a little bit of damage. We do have a Charger going for a respawn, probably going to save it for the top of that roller coaster once they start the event. And survivors are making their way over towards the switch here, and it looks like we have Kamiko just went ahead and took her pills. And the event has been started. Let's see if D-Ping passes those pills off to Raven, or if he keep them himself. We do have Charger setting up top, waiting for the coaster to go by before he spawns in.
Alrighty, so this hit is going to be very devastating here. If the survivors can make this hit, they can kind of chain reaction their way all the way through. Just if this hit does bad, then the rest of the hits are usually going to be just as bad. Oh, and these
Smokers
grab
trying
each
to
other.
steal that. Oh, and what a beautiful level on that charge, but we do have an in cap up there by Rochelle walking into some spit. How unfortunate, though, for the Smokers pull to be, or trying to, excuse me, the jockey's pounce, trying to get smoked there by that Smoker. He kind of wasted one of his opportunities there.
Survivors making their way forward here. All 4 of them bleeding. Nick is almost down here with no pills to give him. If he goes down here, this is going to be really devastating for the team and slow them down. If they have to pick him up, that'll be 1 additional attack on top of the 2 additional attacks they already have to deal with. And with this horde coming in here, they might have to just deal with 2 additional attacks throughout this entire roller coaster here.
Oh, we do have an in cap there. Based on that, Hunter just flying in there from the top of the roller coaster there. Rochelle desperately trying to clear these common here with the help of Ellis. So they have Smoker setting up here to get the pull off of the track here, just up ahead, and a Charger waiting for at the top of the hill. So going up there to aid the charge.
So we see a perfect hit here for this second hit coming up here. Spitter goes in for the spit delay, the separation. Here comes the pull off. Here comes the charge. Grabs Ellis at the bottom there. And that is a beautiful double cap and double down here. And there's a jockey.
Mid-air jockey by on Rochelle. Just leaves her hanging there on the side. We do have a... Oh, and there is the scratch on black and white Nick.
Just when they took that first hit, like I said, just it really just sets up a chain reaction. If that first hit goes well on the roller coaster, then the rest of the hits usually go well. If that first hit goes poorly, then the rest of the hits are going to go very poorly for the survivors there. And as you know, as we saw there, just because they had to pick someone up and they had to clear Coach from taking a lot of damage, they're getting pulled down there because he wasn't cleared for a while. They were too slow to make it up to the next choke point before this infected already set up there.
Yeah, and you know, honestly, I thought the survivors did a real good job handling that first attack. I mean, with the jockey and the smoker getting shot down real quick and the charger getting leveled, I thought the survivors kind of had it in the bag, to be honest. But then, you know, we had Rochelle walking into the spit there a little bit, and then the massive horde followed up by the boom, and that was really all it took for the balance to really be turned over to the SI.
So we're going to be into the fourth map here before the finale. So this is the last map before the finale of Dark Carnival here. So as you can see in the top, the scores are still very close. It's just a little over 340 difference here. And I mean, they can still come back here. We got a 50% tank, a 12% witch, so some easy health bonus damage there if they fail that crown. So the infected need to play on that witch. They might opt to attack right here, so they might not be able to set up for the witch here, and the witch might be in the bumper car area, so that's going to be difficult to set up for also.
Yeah, so it looks like we do have a 3-1 with a boomer, and they looks like the SI are desperately trying to get on top of that safe room. We have 3 of them up there, and the smoker is trying to make that jump.
So I'm going to go ahead and run on forward here. 50% tank. This tank will be played in the big open area here. Now, this depends on how aggressive the survivors are. If the survivors are aggressive after the first hit, they might actually opt to push forward into the barn here, in which the tank might choose to drop down and try and separate the survivors. But if the SI are nowhere near being up, the tank really can't do that because he'll be sacking his tank. So just the survivors, if they're going to be choosing to go forward here in the barn, they need to do it as soon as the attack is up. Any kind of holdback, and it's just not going to happen. And a great boomer spawn here, but it looks like he will be popped though. He did not vomit as soon as he spawned there.
I do hear some crying already. It looks like the witch is already up. But yeah, that is a good boomer spawn if and only if the survivors kind of all rush out of that safe room at the same time. If they do kind of bait the attacks like they did, they can easily duck back in and pick that boomer off. Charger trying to go in there. Unfortunately, he must have greased up his elbows. He slides through all of them without doing any damage whatsoever. Rest of the SI holding off their attacks, most likely for the witch that is ahead.
Now, they're going to be trying to go for either a boomer or... I'm not sure here. I don't know why they got rid of that charger. But, alright, so the infected are sitting up here. They're sitting up for this witch here. They're going to be trying to go all over the place. Smoker's going to be coming from behind the tree. Jockey going to be coming from on top of the bumper car building. And Hunter is going to be repositioning on top of them. They're making some noise with this crouching to get on top. And the survivors should know that the infected are on top of them.
Now, with Ellis being the only one with the shotgun, he is the one that is taking the lead up here, coming up on this witch, clearing out any infected common that could potentially screw up a draw.
Boomer is now pre-spawned here, and they are trying to pop that boomer here. Unfortunately for the boomer, though, the survivors weren't close enough to trigger that proxy. And did Coach just draw crown? Oh, and we see a beautiful double cap here, and it looks like the witch is stuck.
And the witch is stuck. This is a shame. And there she's trying to swipe Ellis.
She changed targets to Ellis now. The witch had 17 health left. What?
That was pretty awkward.
I'm not sure if that was intentional by Coach there, but as soon as he shot that witch, he was already reacting and turned away. So it might have been intentional there. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I don't know if they were going for a decoy trigger or what, but it did look like Coach shot that witch with the Uzi, and I'm not sure what the strategy was there. We did have a little bit of a spit delay as the survivors were trying to run through that little hallway, and we do have a boom to follow up here right at the outhouses.
And Smoker does get a good pull here. Great double boom. None of the other SI are really here to kind of support that, though. They need to sack one of these liquids here for this future attack, though. And there goes the sack.
Charger desperately looking for a spawn in behind, coming up there on Rochelle, and unfortunately misses that target. Goes in there for a punch and gets cleared relatively quickly. We do have a tank spawn coming up here pretty quickly.
And looks like that could have been a spit delay. It looks like I was... Ooh, that's going to be really close, but it looks like the tank does spawn inside, so yeah, this will be played outside the barns here. Oh, but it looks like there's already chip going out into the tank here. 600 chip, a great 15 DP. Which war room do you think we should go to, Fish?
Why don't we pull into a Survivor war room as quick as we can?
Alrighty.
Push him, push him, push him, push him.
Keep the pressure on.
Dumpster. Dumpster.
I ran out of ammo.
If he ran out, if he's on roof, come inside. Get me up, freak. Nice, get me up, get me up.
There's a zombie behind me.
Oh, wow, I didn't even...
Alright, we are back here, so we just saw Daddy King here with that tank, and I want to say 3 times those dumpsters came really close to hitting people, or was it 4 times?
I saw it 3 times, and in particular one instance where I believe if the tank may have crouched, it may have gone straight and found its mark, but yeah, he got very unlucky with those bounces, so the survivors did a real good job. They were spreading out and making as many targets as possible, keeping that tank in the center, and just chipping them down with their Uzis.
I completely agree with that crouching part. I feel like if he had crouched, he probably would have got that down there, and that might have made a bit of a different tank there. He could have hit behind that dumpster, gotten the kill, or maybe gotten another down, just positioning of that dumpster after he had crouched and hit it.
Smoker and Jockey waiting at the top of the first roof there on the barns, hoping to set up this charge off. Smoker does go for the pull, and that tongue gets, I don't know if the tongue was cut or shot, but the Jockey jumps down on Ellis and gets shut down there real quick here. It looks like that spitter's going to be...
We might see a 2-2 here. Alrighty, so we're probably going to see a 2-2 with this next hit here. The spitter was saved for this next attack here. As Fish was just previously saying, I believe the Smoker tongue was shot, and then the Smoker was cleared. The Smoker probably should not have led there. I mean, everyone is going to be focusing on that Smoker, and that Smoker did get shut down pretty quick.
Yeah, I think where I've seen it work the most is a Jockey or a Hunter distracts on the other side, gets everybody facing that other direction. That's when the Smoker goes in there for the pull. We do have a wonderful spit there on top of the scaffolding there, forces Rochelle to get off, and just some massive damage going off there with the corpse spit on the coach. And we do have this common just pouring in here now that the event has started. We do have Smoker running off forward, recharging, and the spitter hanging out back, recharging as well. Oh, there goes another spit there. Kind of random.
Looks like we're having some artillery spitting there, but that was actually a really good attack there. Just the spit on top doing a lot of damage to Rochelle. Good double cap at the bottom there. Just so much damage to that health bonus. Definitely what the infected needed here. Sitting at 204 bonus. They need to focus on Rochelle or Nick here, or they could possibly get a kill. And there is the pull onto Rochelle here.
Charger going in for a hit and just manages to find Coach, and just a wonderful separation charge. He is going to be in cap. Both of them are going to be in cap there. Rochelle still trying to get out from this little alcove area.
And this looks like it's going to be a wipe here. The infected just apply a little bit more pressure. All their bonus is now gone. The survivor sitting at 16 bonus. A pull under Rochelle. Almost going down. 1 temp health left, and that will be the down under Rochelle.
Ellis at this point just going for that safe room, bouncing and galloping on top of zombies' heads. Did you see that as he machetes his way to the safe room? But unfortunately he gets pulled there and boomed on and pounced on, and the hands are everywhere touching Ellis.
Well then, I'm not sure if I'm not sure how I feel about that. So, I mean, just to mind you there, Ellis was going to town with a machete, and he did get pulled afterwards. For those of you who don't know, you actually cannot shove a smoker while being pulled by them if you have a melee weapon out. So in that instance, I believe Ellis could have actually broken free if he switched to another item in his inventory and shoved the smoker.
or if he was walking backwards, and he may have had a chance at actually cutting that tongue. Although with a smoker that close, it's real tough to cut that tongue.
Alrighty, so we're going to be seeing that 12% witch here. We're going to be seeing if the infected team decide to either do a full hit here, a sack, or just, you know, save the entire hit for that witch, because that witch is unavoidable. Now, mind you, though, those railings are definitely going to make that witch really buggy.
I think at this point, though, these survivors should definitely run up and go for that crown. I think they need all the points that they can handle. We do have Rochelle going out here trying to bait out this attack, running out and dodging back in. They do hear the witch already spawned up, as well as a smoker on the roof, so they do know where one of these SI are going to be coming from. Charger hanging out up there, and Boomer with a jockey around the corner.
And witch is now up. Smoker, as you said, is pre-spawned here. And Charger just waiting out there, Jockey in a really odd position, and Boomer looking for that early boom here. And here comes the pull, here comes the boom. Smoker gets cleared very quickly here. Boomer gets popped. Here comes the Jockey. Great triple cap though.
Wow, what a just well, at first with how quickly that Boomer got cleared, I did not anticipate the SI being able to land such a successful attack. That was really well done. Now survivors are rushing up to get this crown on the witch. Ellis goes for it, and he does get the crown, so that's an extra 20 points for the survivor team. Very well done.
120%. He must have been aiming for the head. And Hunter is now up, pouncing around here. Next attack consisting of a 3-1 with Charger and Boomer here.
SI probably waiting for the survivors to come out. I would have anticipated that they would try to hit them in this small little death room, but it looks like they're going to wait for them to come out. Charger is waiting for the opener, which I would have guessed would have been the Hunter.
And here we go. The attack is going to be coming in here momentarily. Here's the Hunter. Jockey going to be leading in here. Charger grabbing somebody that's distracted. Great Jockey coming out here. Boomer is nowhere able to spawn here. I'm not sure what's happening with that Boomer.
That was a great 3-cap there. A lot of damage going out there. Not sure why the Boomer couldn't get the spawn point in. Maybe something goofy happened there with the spawn proxy. I'm not sure.
Machete here.
Yeah, that was really, really weird. Because if they'd gotten that Boomer in there, they could have definitely got a lot of damage, or maybe they're just saving this Boomer in general to try and get a boom to prevent them from rushing forward here. And the Boomer just had a sex change right now on the rooftop live. So for those of you who are interested, that is how you change your gender in less than a second. And toll-free. Anyways, let's... oh, that dumpster's really close. So, shall we go over to that war room, shall we?
Yep, send it.
Okay. I hear Hunter out. Just be careful.
Tank can't hit a hittable if you push him into it.
Okay.
Hey, watch out! Reloading.
We're still pushing, right?
Common guys, clear him. Alright, back up now.
I hear Hunter around.
Alright, now push him. Alright, let's push him inside.
Ah, shit.
Looking in the back.
Okay. Still alive, guys. Got it.
I need pills. Distract him. Whew. That was close. I got 9 rounds left.
He's going inside the room, yeah. What am I stuck on? Oh my god.
Alrighty, and we are back here, so we just saw a lot of damage coming out by that tank there. We can see we're going to be having 3 bleeders here, and probably a 4th once Raven takes those pills. And we just have all these common infected coming in here after this attack.
I did notice that they were able to find another set of pills there in the hut just before the barns, so that is going to help out these survivors. That was a very well done tank. There was some probably some unnecessary chip there taken by that tank while the SI were probably setting up for their attack, but overall, a lot of damage given there.
Survivors making their way through these rooftops here. Looks like Raven is not taking the pills here, so it is 3 bleeders and 1 slow, and the entire attack's coming in here. Charger whiffs here. Smoker does get a good pull. Here comes a spit onto the smoke, but it misses. Great jockey going out there, but it is quickly cleared by Ellis, and here comes Charger for round 2. Possibly going for another charger, another punch here onto Rochelle. Jumps in and gets skeeted by that melee weapon.
And if that's not insult to injury, that Charger going in there just ready to swing with that punch and gets wiped out there by that melee. Event is started again with Rochelle up on top of the scaffolding, bouncing on the bar there. Coach does get in-capped in the back. I'm not sure if that was by Common Infected or not. Did you see that?
Yes, that was by Common Infected, and that down is definitely going to hurt the survivors. He's going to have to try and pick him up with all these horde coming in, and a spit delay. Great pop going out there. Ellis is now trapped by the spit here. Jockey is... Wait, no, there's no Jockey. There's a 100 in the smoke. I don't know why I heard a Jockey.
Smoker going for a real good pull there on Rochelle, but unfortunately it gets broken. But the Common Infected is just a little too much for Rochelle to handle. She does get in-capped right there. Ellis is desperately trying to pick up Coach to get some help here, but Nick is whittling down in the health, and now he is down as well.
So it looks like the survivors just traded down people right now. Ellis trying his best to hold the Common Infected off. Raven is already at half health, while down here, here comes a Jockey. Going to be jockeying onto Ellison, and that will... Oh, he's cleared before he goes down here. Punches going onto Kimiko here. Charge through the gates, and that will be a down. That's 3 people down here. And Nick, just the best bet right now for Nick is to run forward and get some distance, but looks like he will be trying to be a hero here. Double boom coming out here. Smoker is good to go here. Here comes the boom. Proxy, here comes the smoke. Oh no, he's going for scratches.
At this point, it's just scratches. Common Infected will be it. Oh, and there's the charge and instant death on Nick right into the wall, and that is the ball game.
Alright, it looks like the survivors want to be playing the finale here. There is a 400-point deficit, but there is a possible comeback with this finale early tank.
And that could be a real tough tank to handle, too, in that small, narrow hallway. Survivors have to kind of be on point there and split up and know when to push and when to retreat to effectively handle that tank, as well as blocking that bathroom spawn.
Alrighty, so we are now on the finale of Dark Carnival here. So, some extra things have been added for Pro Mod here. 1, this extra ramp. 2, these lead pipes here. I don't know what you call lead. I just call them lead pipes. But they're
those, yeah, little electrical conduits that go across the top of the safe room door.
Yep. And it allows you to, if you jump on the red pipe here, jump on top, and then you curve your jump while in Ghost Mode, you can get behind that fence there. So that's an extra spawn, particularly for a boomer or a smoker, or if you're feeling really weird, a spitter. So yeah, that is the added-in thing here. If we're going to be going forward here, now mind you, up forward here, the what do you call it? The forklift here. The early forklift is removed here. The second forklift is not.
Just waiting for a few more survivors to ready up here, and we shall see how these SI are gonna handle it. Looks like they do have a spitter that is going to be opting out.
Well then, that's what I get for spinning my mouse wheel while I'm waiting for them to ready up. Alrighty then. Yeah, I see that Dusty right now just typed quick, this isn't casted, but unfortunately for you guys, I have an SSD, and I'm loading quicker than you can type. Oh god. Anyways. So yeah, this early tank here, I would say it's going to be... I don't know, you can make a comeback here.
Oh, absolutely. There's no doubt about it. One false step here, and you are easily wiped with this tank. This is a pretty tough tank to play. Very similar to the Tunnel of Love tank, in the safe room. You just got to know when to push, when to pull back, and block those spawns.
Alrighty, so waiting on Kimiko and Daddy Ping to be readying up here. So which war room do you think we should go to? Let's settle this before we get in.
Why don't we go into the, let's go into Survivor and see if they communicate.
Alrighty, and Tank is now up in the hands of Raven here. Alrighty, so let's quickly switch to the war room here.
Sounds good.
These rooms.
Get out of her witch's way, please.
Okay.
Oh my god, move out of her way. Oh.
Get a witch, get a witch, get a witch, get a witch.
Just kill Tank, please.
What the fuck just happened? Yeah, that's it.
Oh my god. How much HP does it have?
Alright, and we are back here. We just saw Raven wipe with a 354 health Tank.
Wow, that was fantastic. You know, just like what I was saying, one false move and you can get the wipe here. And unfortunately, that's what happened with that witch. I don't know if that was an intentional draw. I did see Flo pulling back and back and back, trying to get out to the clearing away from the from the common to get the draw. And then the next thing I saw is he was incapped.
I'm in. Let's rock and roll.
Alrighty here. So this is, I mean, this is the opposing team's potential chance to be coming back here. Or kill this early Tank and just survive the second Tank, and then you're golden pretty much.
Yeah, pretty much. Very easy to come back here. Let's. It's coming down to the game. Let's see what happens.
Say again?
I say it turned into a nail biter of a game here, right out of the safe room, because it can go either way.
Oh, I definitely agree there. That draw crown, I feel like I don't know. I feel like they should have waited that crown out, or at least communicated a bit more. It was really, really rushed and disorganized, and we saw that, you know, the crown missed while the Tank was committing. Just definitely should have waited that crown out, or just communicated a bit better with the team.
Yeah, and I don't know if it was an intentional draw or not. That's what I couldn't catch. I mean, I saw that Tank was kind of shielding the witch and kind of then spinning around behind her, and I think he was trying to get the survivors to shoot her, and which they did. I don't know if it was intentional though. But as soon as Rochelle did shoot that witch, you know, Rochelle started pulling back and back and back to get free of that common infected and go for that draw. But then, yeah, then it was missed. And that, you know, that is the ideal time to capitalize on the situation as a Tank. And, of course, it turned into the favor of the SIs. Very well done, in my opinion. Let's see how these guys do.
Alright, just waiting on Kimiko to ready up here. And this first attack consisting of a 2-2 with Jackie and Hunter. And it looks like they're all going to be opting to coming from the front here. We're not sure who's going to be getting the Tank here for the infected side, but we will see it momentarily here, and we will go to what was it, Survivor War, correct?
Yeah, Survivor. Looks like it's going to be a juicy Tank here. Survivor spreading out here, trying to block that bathroom spawn there by Rochelle. Tank is pushing in here a little bit. Hunter bouncing around, looking for Tank, and gets skeeted with a great boomer pop here.
Alrighty, and Jockey's up trying to grab somebody around the corner, but it's just not going to happen. So let's quickly go over to that Survivor War. Oh, the Jockey happens.
I cannot believe that you just shot me. Yeah, he wants us to play with the witch.
Yeah.
Do you want us to play with the witch? Why don't we not play with the witch?
Witch isn't up, dude.
Oh, really? Well, F it. Let's stay back here.
Alright, coming up. Coming back.
Yeah, come back,
fine,
come back.
Fine. Come back, come forward. Which one? Make up your mind. Okay, I got it. I'm with
The
you.
spawn block.
Gotcha.
Sure, someone's spawn blocking my left.
Hey, I don't want to hear it because their fucking witch glitched out. Fuck that.
Keep your stuff reloaded.
The hunter and the charge.
Oh god, I'm charged. I'm charged. Oh god. Still charged.
Revenge of the tank.
Oh god. Where'd that boom come from?
Yeah, it's that rocket boom. Don't be predictable.
Oh, Raven.
You got this, Raven. Kill them all. I wish I can, like, pick you up.
Okay, alright.
Alright, we are back here. We just saw a beautiful 4-boom there that I want to say just completely contributed to the wipe there.
Oh, I wouldn't say just contributed. That was the sole reason. That was just an outstanding quad boom, just followed up by a devastating charge, and then, of course, that tank has to roll in on that. And yeah, the survivors really stood no chance at that point.
Alrighty. And also, just that beautiful double boom. They were just all in the same little spot there for that tank. Just, the Infected did a great job with that attack.
They sure did, and that tank was landing, 2- and 3-person punches while he had them all, the entire team cornered in that little area there. So, very important to spread out and to take on that, but it's so difficult when nobody can see where anybody else is when that quad boom hit. That was just devastating.
Alrighty, so that is the end of Left to Learn, August 30th, 2014. Thanks for watching, and thanks for co-casting with me, Fish.
My pleasure. We'll see you next time, guys. Hope you enjoyed. Have a great Memorial Day weekend, or Labor Day weekend.
Yes. Well, let's just call it the holidays, because everyone loves the holiday.
Yeah, happy Easter, happy Merry Christmas, and Happy New Year. We'll catch you guys next time.
All right. See you guys next weekend. Take care.